I'm Andrew Ahn, and you're watching Core Asian Media.
Thank you for joining us. You're watching Core Asian Media. I'm Nguyen, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing writer and award-winning filmmaker and soul brother, Andrew Ahn. Andrew's first feature film premiered at the prestigious Sundance Film Festival this year, and what a pleasure it is to have you in our studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations on all of your success with your first feature film.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been really crazy.
Yeah, well, so we're going to talk about your film in a little bit, but we want to learn more about Andrew Ahn.
Sure,
right?
okay.
And so I heard that you were born and raised here in Los Angeles. And I also, in introducing you, used a lot of labels, right? So first and foremost, I'd love to hear how you identify yourself.
Yeah, I talk about myself as a queer Korean-American filmmaker.
In that order?
In that order. Okay. I think it flows that way. I grew up here in Los Angeles. I grew up in Torrance. There's a big Korean-American community there, and there's something about LA that's always been, my home. I went to school out on the East Coast for 8 years, and when I came back, I really felt like Los Angeles was the place to be, and also because I wanted to pursue film, it made a lot of sense to be here and want to tell stories about the Korean American community. And I think that the more stories, the more diversity of films that get told about our community, the better, because it just makes our community feel more like a group of people and not just this stereotype or cliche. The content of Spa Night definitely lends itself to a potentially more risque representation. But for me, it wasn't about the sex as much as it was about the yearning, And so when I was showing the spa as a cultural space, you actually saw kind of a lot. It's just like male nudity, really normal. But then as it got more erotic, you would see less and less and less, because I wanted it to be a really subjective experience. It was really from David's emotional point of view. So much of the film is about family and the balancing of that with this sexual exploration, that if I took the sex too far, it would just kind of overwhelm the family story, and people wouldn't be able to see past kind of the spa stuff. And so for me, I really want this to be a film that parents can watch and help them understand what their son or daughter might be going through, or what their child is going through in terms of their kind of sexual experience. It's a really it's a film that I feel like I wanted the heart to communicate.
It's such a wonderful pleasure to learn more about you and your background, and just you're so young, right? You're still young, so you still have a lot of I'm sure stories ahead of you.
Time to make more movies. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to your next project. This is Leanne Kim for Core Asian Media.